sit on.
Nah. Actually, right in there. Hey guys, how's it going? Gonna try to check my audio output here. Make sure we have some audio. And then we will get the show on the road. My internet connection's extremely slow down. When you were checking for my microphone, did you see my other phone? Because this needs to connect, and if it's not going to connect, it's kind of effed. Come on, connect, guys. Let's go. I have some work to do. Mainly Kraton, because the pirate broke it last week. As he often does.
Isn't your second phone just in the house?
It should be here, but you know how things go. This thing is so slow to connect, but I think we're finally getting somewhere. This has not been cleaned since a little Arrma thing the other day. Do we have volume? Well, it looks like we got a lot of people in chat. What do we got going? Let me see if I can catch up. Okay, so we do have audio. Guys, I can't find my microphone. So if the audio sucks, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about it. Hello, JWRC. Hello, Tim, aka These Flapping Lips. Nitro Addiction. Always great to have you around. What do we got going on, guys? That'll be a while, bro. Yeah, look at how clean cut. I'm clean cut. So what's been going on, guys? Can always come to Michigan. We're only 6 degrees tomorrow. Oh, beautiful. I don't know if I can handle that. I just did some different driving across the country, and it was pretty cold. Not 6 degrees, so. Wouldn't that be funny if I left the microphones over at my buddies? I'm pretty sure they're just up at the house, though. Well, this guy's is filthy, as you can see. Filthy, and I don't even care. I don't care. What I'm going to do is, so this is a really common problem. The front drive shaft will pop out, especially during like big compression. So this one popped out because, and I doubt you can see it on camera, but this screw just backed out, and so did this one. The pillow balls backed out, and when that happens, it allows too much slop in there. But Kratons are notorious for doing this anyway. So what I do is I kind of shave the ends down. And since that we're going to be doing big airs at the dunes this Saturday, I'm going to make sure this is ready to go. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I also have some other tires, I think, because we've had at least one blowout on these things. But I'm wondering. See if I have glasses. They're called the readers.
Doing that?
Yeah. I'll do the best I can to read these chats, guys. But they're really small. See if I can turn the chats to a larger size. It's hard for me to read. I probably don't have my reading glasses. Son of a gun. One of these days, I'm going to have reading glasses everywhere. But until then, I guess we're just dealing with stuff. I think they were in here, wasn't they? Oh, there they are. In that little black container there. Yep. This'll probably help.
Alright, I'm leaving.
Alright, talk to you later. Now I'll have a better idea what's going on. Alright. JW, Nitro Addiction, Nitro, Joe Girding. Hey Joe, thanks for that. It's a new subscriber. Thank you for catching a live. Thank you for subscribing. I have been doing a real crummy job of keeping up with the live streams. I've spent most of the last month visiting family in one form or fashion somewhere across the country for the holidays, which was cool. But here we are back to the grind. Let's see. So yeah, this today was actually my first day back at work. I think the first day I've worked in about, I don't know, like once in the last 6 weeks. It was good to be back. So even though these pillow balls were backing out, and that's what allowed this to back out enough. What I still am going to do, because I have it out, is I'm just going to take my Dremel and grind a little bit off of that, because there's a lot of slop in these Kratons anyway. It's not going to make any difference, but it does look to me like it makes a difference when I've done it in the past. I'm not sure if I have the right connection hooked up for my Dremel. Let's see. So JW, February 14th, I think, is Valentine's Day. Right around that weekend, maybe that weekend or that week, whenever, that's when I will be back in Las Vegas. And as long as I haven't sold the Technos by then, I'll be bringing them. Hopefully you're in town and we can go out to that track. But the nights is already booked. This is totally not, I mean, I am just indiscriminately taking off about, it's less than 1/8 of an inch. But I said, these are the old RPM arms. They have newer ones that have since been out. These are a couple of years old. So I'm just going to finish up with grinding them. And we'll go to those new red ones. Which I think the red arms are actually a little shorter, which should negate this problem. So Joe girding. This is a V. Let me tell you, this was it started life as a V4. Then I've had it since probably 2019 or 2020. No, 2020 probably. Started life as a V4. It's since had every part replaced on it repeatedly. Most of them with EXB parts or RPM parts, and I've got a lot of the Arrmas, and I just love my Kraton though. It is a badass. I was checking out the they're up to version 6 now. And I think the EXB is currently discontinued because they came out with that around the Christmas of last year, and they just came out with version 6 just now. Version 6 has a lot of the EXB parts on it. I bet they've gonna drop the EXB for just a little while and come back. The new one has a brace that is, it's centered, it splits in the center as well. They say for ease of maintenance. I'm not buying it. It doesn't have one of these big crash landing pads, but it does have, these are aftermarket, these are the Hot Racing, but it does have some updated and hopefully better pillow ball hubs, because these would back out all the time. So I was going to tell my buddy Promoto Mike to tune in tonight, because he was having the same problem with his Kraton popping loose. I said mine, it did it because the pillow balls backed out, and we saw it coming up, but we didn't have time to be bothered. But now hopefully it's going to be pretty damn snug when we get this back together. I'll do my best to keep up with chat. See how you guys. I do appreciate you guys in chat very much. They're having a track change that weekend. Friggin' awesome, dude. I can't wait. Hopefully I can come in and actually help. I don't know if you guys want or need help, but I'd be willing to help, and then try out the new track. That'd be great. If you guys ever gonna make it to Las Vegas, and if you ain't, I don't know why you wouldn't. Everyone should get to Las Vegas. They have a cool track out there. It's in a public park, so the people next door can't even bitch about it if they wanted to. Well, I shouldn't say that because it might jinx it. It's called the Silver Bowl. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Silver Bowl RC in Las Vegas. I was there about a month and a half, 2 months ago. JW was racing. His club that he is a part of was putting on a race. It looked like a hell of a time, actually. I didn't bring anything. I just was there to watch. next time I'll be bringing some for sure. So I had a customer in the shop today, speaking of Kratons, and he's a big fan of the Kraton. It's like, dude, he's like, I love the Kraton, but everyone that's got a Kraton, he's like, we don't need another Kraton, basically. And he's probably speaking the truth. Because we do have, this is a Kraton version 4, which over the time has been upgraded with most of their EXP parts or whatever, but it's still saving me money in the long run. Is the new Kraton that much better? That's what Kevin today was like. He's like, man, it's not that much better. It's the same. And I'm like, well, you're not wrong about that. Oh, that's so nice. That is nice. And I don't see any binding issues. I'm not sure if that'll show up on camera. I'll try to do a quick little. So basically what I did was I took a Dremel and I indiscriminately, I don't care how much, I just ground about less than an 1/8 inch off top and bottom. I just made sure to do a little bit more on top so we would have some positive camber. But yes, that's what we're calling it. Yeah, with the tops turned in. But what that does, this tends to pop out here, especially on full extension. But if these pillow balls back out at all, it'll happen. But I plan to do some big airs this week at the dune, so I'm just grinding that down. And just by looking here, it's about it's set halfway, smoothly halfway in, nowhere near coming out. I look at this one, which I didn't do that mod to, and it looks like it could quite easily come out. So what I'm going to do is pull this wheel off and do the exact same thing. It's not like we're setting up a race truck here. I'm not that concerned with the exact camber. Mainly I'm just sending this straight off a damn dune. Oh, off the guy. What's up, buddy? Hey, let me see. Yeah, I really love this layout. Yeah, that was cool layout. What's up, Offna guy? Let me know how, if you're still interested in talking to that guy about the Kyosha helicopter. Let me know, and I'll get you in touch with him. I did a second show from out there last couple weeks ago. Wow. Oh, that's tight. I don't know what the hell that is. Either that is my servo's gone bad, or those pillow balls are way too tight. Yeah, guys, anybody that's coming through is new here, check out the Nitro Addictions channel. He does lives often, several times a week. And just like the name states, the focus is nitro. And the addiction to it. Quite frankly, those guys have an addiction to the nitro. That doesn't feel that great, honestly. Man, it feels rough. Alright, that's okay. We're going to grind this one down real quick, and I'll throw a battery in and we'll see. The servo might be shot in this machine. So I've worked on one of the what do they call it? The Groms. Somebody brought a Mojave Grom brushless version in, and it was running on 2S. Well, it wasn't running at all when it came in, but it was. I drove it around. It was a lot of fun. Pretty damn fast, and okay, so often, guys, just find out how we can get in touch. I can give you his phone number, or you can message me your email, or however you want to get in touch. He's more than willing to talk to however you want to. I can't give you the number right now because it's saved in my phone over there, but we could definitely do that. So, I just heard what sounded kind of like weird sirens outside. In case you don't know, I'm in Los Angeles. Man, they've been having some crazy fires around here. Nothing real close to me that affects me, luckily. But several people that we work with have been evacuated from their places in Hollywood, and family in Topanga were told to evacuate last night. They're packed and ready to go, but they're just sitting there waiting to see if they really need to go or not. But it's a mess. I've lived in California for about 15 years, and this is the worst I've ever seen fires popping up like all over the place. I went to sleep with my car clean. Recently got a new pickup truck. It was looking great last night when I went to sleep, and I woke up today and the thing was covered with ash and white, and it was filthy. So I have an awesome channel as well. Thank you for the plug, my friend. Most Sundays he's running at noon and hitting the ramp for Big Air. Hell yeah. So I want to start doing more of that. That's awesome. I've been able to tune in. Sometimes I tune in and I'm driving, so I'm not able to chat on your thing there, on your shows, Nitro Addiction, but I am there listening. I'm just driving, so a lot of times I'm just listening. But I want to do more lives where I get out there and actually do some driving. And tomorrow might be one of those days. Tomorrow is Thursday, and we usually do our Promoto Thursdays. So we'll see. A couple of the guys that we do the Promotos with are older, and I already talked to them, and they're a little concerned about their health with the shitty air quality right now. So we may call it off tomorrow, but if we don't, I'm going to probably live stream that. A little bit more room there, come on. So this guy brought in a Mojave, a Grom Mojave, and it was so dirty. And like, I know dirty, like this thing is dirty. You can see it's supposed to be all black plastic and it's dust colored. But it was like dirty mud and crud and crap in it, and it was, oh my God. He's like, I just bought it a couple days ago. It's always like this. I just bought this a couple days ago from here. Okay. Yeah, I figured from here, because that's where you're back to. Like, and it's not working, it won't steer, it won't turn on. And I grab it and I say, let me check it. And I kind of feel the steering, and it's tight, way tighter than this nasty thing feels, which just feels tight too. I didn't realize that. And 2 of the wheels were locked up, but it was so caked full of mud. And I was like, well, what? I said, it's just a little dirty. Did you try to clean it after you drove it through the mud? He goes, no, it's my first RC. I don't really know what's appropriate to do. And I said, well, luckily they are, you know, pretty waterproof, but you can't just leave them like this, because there was mud packed up in this, like the steering rack and everything. I said, this, as soon as this mud dries, and it's a little 16th scale or 14th scale, whatever it is. I said, it's gonna pack up, and you're gonna have issues. So I helped him with that deal. We cleaned it out, and I was impressed with how fast it was. I hadn't driven one of them before. I take that back. I drove one on 3S in the dirt, and that was extremely fast. But it was so fast on the dirt, like you couldn't really tell how fast it was. This one I was driving around on the pavement. Only 2S. But yeah, it moved. Probably a, I have to say for sure, a better vehicle than the 16 scale Revo. I have not driven the Mini Max yet though, so I don't know about the Mini Max. We did get a couple of Mini Maxes in the shop today. I think they're already pre-sold, but I guess Mini Maxes have been pretty popular. I haven't been in the shop all holiday season. All right. So what is binding up the steering? It could be so my steering is bound up, but I disconnected it from the servo. It's still really bound up, so it's kind of good. It's not the servo. Likely not the servo. Let me go ahead and put that back. The Pirate was driving this last, so he's probably just beat the shit out of it. What's bound up? So it looks like, at least at some part, it's these pillow balls, but those are really loose now. It might just have that much filth in them. And at full droop, they tend to bind up. I think that's the case as well. They're never really at full droop when there's weight on them. Guys, if you know what the EXB chassis looks like, if you don't, go look it up. It's black with words etched all over it. This is sandblasted, but not by a sandblaster. This is just from going to the dunes so much and bottoming out. It's polished it. So, pretty cool. Wish I could tell where that binding is. It's a little bit of everywhere, I think. First things first. We'll see if we can spray some WD-40 on. I'm going to have a smoke and a drink, and we will check from there. All right. So I think the pillow ball adjusters are tight and dirty, but I also think it has something to do with me kind of shortening these, because once I get off a full droop, then they move pretty smooth. It's at full droop when they're tight. And that doesn't bug me too much because it's never really going to be at full droop. Actually, I could adjust that right there. Will never be at full droop because there's always weight on it. Let me just adjust that, and we will be on our way. So these do have droop screws, even though it's just an Arrma basher. Most bashers don't have droop screws, or a lot of them don't. I think with Traxxas, their sledge has a spot for them, but you've got to install it. And again, I am not measuring droop here because this is not a race car. What I'm trying to do, that's better, just get them matched up. I don't need a lot of down travel for what we're doing. We're going to be hitting a lot of jumps up. I don't know if I told you guys on Tower Hobbies has a sale right now where you can get the I know a lot of people were not fans of Fireteam stock tires, but I like them. I think they look pretty cool. They had a cool look to them. They worked well enough. They have them on sale for like 12 or 13 bucks for a pack of 2 of them. They're usually around 50 bucks, so jump on over there if you're looking for a spare set of tires. It is these tires right here. After this is done, I will be throwing the sand tires on the back of that. So I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Good Christmas, a good New Year's. I did. It was the first one that I really spent much time hanging with family in a long time. which that could sometimes be dependent on your point of view, good or bad. But this was good. It was all good. Got to hang out. And yeah, good time. I don't live near much of my family. No one really lives out in California but me. But I think I'm going to do... I might do those tires on the front of this one and go Kraton. No, we're just doing all Kraton on this. Yes, make them level is all. That's pretty much what I've done. Not quite, but that'd be good enough. Good enough for government work. Hell, we ain't building cabinets here. Just building some big air bashers. I hope you guys will tune in. I'm going to try to do a live stream from the beach where we do our dune jumping on Saturday morning. I know putting this WD-40 is maybe not the best idea, as it does tend to attract shit, but this this car kind of needs it. So I got my buddies together, not all of them, some of them, and we did an Arrma Racing League thing. I'm going to post the video, just do some rough video. I apologize, guys. I take so much video and I post so little of it because I just don't have time to edit it. But I'm good with that. This thing is sloppy. It's still a monster. Let me see if I can get a battery for that and test it real quick. Graphite lube, you're absolutely right, my friend. Probably what I'll do after this weekend is pull this thing apart and clean all the filth off of it and then go back together with something more appropriate like the graphite lube. Just using what we got on hand to make it work for the time being. But yeah, WD-40, well, it's great at water displacement and sometimes keeping rust from happening, and it's not a good lubricant at all, really. It does kind of break up rust. It's not really much of a lubricant, and it attracts, literally it attracts all this loose dust and sand that we drive in. It sticks to it. So there's a time and a place. If anybody ever wants to sponsor the show, I think I'm working with a 2012 radio here. This is a DX3R, and I haven't had a up-to-date radio since 2012. Just saying. Futaba or Airtronics or Sanwa, anybody's listening out there, we could sure use a radio sponsor. Alright guys, who's gonna bet we plug it up and it just takes off? Kraton 6S. Yeah, he don't have, I get you. So Nitro Addiction says he doesn't have time to do vids anymore because he does so many lives. If you were to look back at my old 3 years ago on this channel, 4 years ago, whatever it was mostly, well, it was all videos. And I took the time to edit them and tried to do pretty good. And yeah, it was totally different. Then I started doing lives, and the quality, for me, the live quality, it's not as good. It goes down because there's no editing, obviously. It's all 100% right then. But the awesome part is, like, I love the chat. It's great having people to chat with, and getting that one-to-one, like, live feedback is great. So that is cool. Okay. All right. Oh, this tire's shot. Let's blow off the bead. Got plenty of steering. And for an Arrma, that's quiet. Arrmas are generally pretty loud. But this tire is blown off the bead. As you guys can see, it's bouncing all over. So we'll go ahead and replace those rear tires with something else. I wish I had 2 sets of these. These are amazing for jumping. I usually leave these on the fire team. I think I will. I'm just going to go with another set of Kraton tires. I have more of these Kraton tires. They do pretty decent at the on the beach. T4 PM Plus is excellent. Yes, it is. Yep. Futaba, I'd be glad to run one of your radios. I haven't, you know, it would be nice though. The only thing is, I have so many Spectrum receivers. I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 12 or 15 Spectrum receivers, so they may have me locked in on Spectrum. So I don't want to replace that many receivers. Guys, these tires, these wheels will sometimes be tight. Just grab them and work them back and forth. Work it back and forth a little, turn it. Work them back and forth a little, turn it. Work it back and forth, turn it. Eventually it will come out. The hub even looks fine. It's not like it's stripped hub or anything. It's just, you know, they get pretty tight sometimes. I love this machine. This machine has been through the ringer. Yeah, I'm so proud of it though. These Arrmas are really pretty tough. Let's see. This is getting relegated to tire duty. Tire sitting duty, I guess. Here we go. I've got better tires, but we're throwing exactly the cheapest shit that I have on here right now. Get this thing going for this weekend. I've missed the sand dune. We have an awesome sand dune out here during the winter time. If anyone wants to go and you're in LA, hit me up today, tomorrow, this weekend, whenever, and we can definitely do it. There's a little bit of slop in those. Feels like the rod end on the inside. It's not enough to cause any issue as far as the they're not, well, the dog bone's popping out. They're not going to pop out, so we're going to leave it alone. Alright, so this was the V4, which is now a V, who knows, V7, no, it went up to a V5 and an EXB kind of at the same time. And does have a few upgrades. The Hot Racing pillow ball hubs, I think, are a great upgrade. And the Hot Racing steering rack is a good upgrade because it's tighter. It allows you to set it tighter than the stock one, so you have a lot less slop in your steering. It's a Kraton. We're always going to have slop in steering, but a lot less. Alright, I think you're good to go. Guys, next time you see this, it'll be broken. Again, most likely. But, I mean, these cars are badass. I could take a Kraton and you could do anything with these things. Send them to the moon, get them around a track fairly well. I have a Notorious over there. I don't know if it's showing up on this camera. No, it's not. But Notorious and Kraton are exactly the same, other than the length of the chassis and the length of the drive shaft, rear drive shaft, and center shaft. So I'm actually thinking about turning that Notorious into a Kraton, and that's almost brand new. I built it and probably put less than 10 batteries through it. So there's potential to have another Kraton in the family. Just one less Notorious in the family. Like the Notorious, I just don't like it as much as I like the Kraton. Kraton's a better overall do-it-all machine. Hell yeah. M17 or the MB4 Plus Pro here shortly. I've used what is the NB4? What do they call that one? That might be one that a lot of the guys were using for the mini Zs, and if so, I've used that one before and I like that. It takes a lot of dedication. Yeah, you're right about that. It's a pain in the ass. And I wish I had a lot of times I would have a guest on with me. Not on these Wednesday shows. More on the Friday shows. But yeah, I do like lives though. They're a lot of fun. You get more, immediate feedback with the people and get to talk with people. So that is fun. All right, we're gonna call this good. Yeah. Just give the suspension a little bit stiffer right now. I don't want to crank it down too much. So we still have a few days. Guys, watch for the video. you're going to see this one. Hopefully we'll be hitting, we were getting close to 100-foot jumps. We brought the tape measure out. I got to remember to do that again. Close to 100-foot jumps, 30, 40 feet in the air. It was awesome. Freaking awesome. This one is ready. The next one ready. And guys, this is funny. I've had this for, I guess, 2 years now. And I've driven it so very little. I've only driven it at the dunes, maybe once here in the back, out in the backyard. It's funny because I always talk about how much I like this thing, but I barely ever drive it. It's okay, I like this thing, and I never drive it. The fire team's just kind of like a bigger Kraton. If you know, if you're not sure, you know kind of what it is. It's a little bit longer than the Kraton. The width's, I think, approximately the same. The height, because of the way the body is, it's taller. It's not as bashable as the Kraton, because I just think the cost of the break in the body is something I don't really want to do. I got lucky. I have a second body over there. I'm just noticing the front tires are coming unglued on the inside on this one. So before we drive that again, I'll be gluing that up. We're going to go ahead and put some powder slayers out there. Fly Sky, yeah, that was the one. The Noble Fly Sky. That's a pretty good one. I like the way it feels because it has like the screen at top and the battery at the bottom feels well weighted. I like that one. Often you put your email in chat. Okay. I'll find it in there. I'll find it in there. I don't see your email in chat. Nitro Addiction says, are we talking Glamis? I'm not talking Glamis, the dune that we take these to, but I'm all about hitting up Glamis as well. Glamis is a couple hours from here. I actually haven't been there, but now this Honda, I need to get this back together because it's registered and legal, and I can take it to Glamis. I have a paddle rear tire for it. And I would love to get out there. Now that I have a truck, I'm going to make it happen. This is a very low hour machine. It's got a loose upper shock mount right there. Second one's loose right there. So everything else is really tight on it. Very good. Now, whenever I'm saying the dune, I go somewhere between Redondo Beach and El Segundo usually. During the winter time, they put dunes up on the beach, probably to keep the erosion down. That's what I would assume it's for, or for the kids to sled on. But there's a number of different big dunes out there, and let me just find some that are really big and smooth and launch them. But Glamis, we could definitely go out, take bikes in. We have people that come in the shop all the time that are going out doing their side-by-sides, and they also bring these out, so when they're done with side-by-sides around the camp, they rip their Kratons or X-Maxes or whatever the case may be. I was kind of considering, and just for about 2 seconds, I was considering driving up to where the fires are and seeing what I could see, and then doing a video. But then I was like, no, people are trying to evacuate. Firefighters are trying to get in. Last thing they need is somebody like me just going and seeing what's going on. But it is interesting. If I was a little bit closer, I might do it. If I could do it just like on my bicycle. But I wouldn't want to drive a car up there, because there was a lot of cars that were getting. Yesterday they had to abandon. People were abandoning their cars, and the fire department had to come through with a bulldozer and was pushing hundreds of cars out of the way, off the highway. They were abandoned by people. That's just what you need to do, is abandon your car so the fire department can't get through. Heck yeah. This is a cool truck. This really is a cool truck. I love this thing. Oh, put it in the comments after live. Okay. Very cool. Flappin is a hard-working man. He's also a East Coast. Oh, this wheel's kind of got chewed up here. Glad I pulled that one off. Thank you for joining us, Flappin. I didn't get to talk with him about. I saw you were building that Vanquish, and I was able to tune in just for a few minutes on the live stream. Again, I was rolling down the road somewhere, so I was able to listen to you. But if you guys want to check out some fun stuff, These Old Flappin' Lips also has a cool channel, and he's currently been working on a Vanquish crawler, doing some really nice custom work to it. Cool bits. What I saw one of the last things I saw was I think you just posted like a YouTube short or something like that. And there was, it was like some custom yellow paint that was on some of the interior. I forget what it was on, but it looked really good. It's looking cool. Check out our buddy, These Old Flappin' Lips. He'll do a live from time to time. And yeah, Pro Motos, this is one of his things. As are crawlers. He's into crawlers. I don't know much about crawlers. I'm ignorant about crawlers for sure. I know what they are, I know some of the brands, I know that, this, that, and the other, but I've never owned, built one, it's never been my thing. Vanquish is some top of the line shit though, that's what he's got. So, I recently did a couple cross-country drives. I went from New Jersey, basically New York City, to northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri, which is about, I think it's a 21-hour drive. And I did it in like 23 hours. Yeah, so I didn't stop. I stopped for like a few minutes and slept at the Love's gas station in the parking lot. And it was, because I did doing this cross country not that long ago. I ended up with this, it was after I left JW's over there in Las Vegas, so I had to go and visit some family, and I was tired, and I don't remember where I stopped, like New Mexico or somewhere. I think New Mexico, Utah, somewhere. And I didn't care. It's like, whatever, Motel 6, it's $100. I swear, it was the most disgusting thing. I am done. I have slept in my truck or my Honda car 3 or 4 times since then. And that's like 3 hours sleeping on just at the Love's gas station. And it is, I mean, why spend $100 to sleep where you feel like you're gonna? It was so filthy. We wouldn't take showers or nothing in that place. It was disgusting. And I was too tired to argue about it. I didn't care. It was 12:30 at night by the time we stopped. That's another thing. Well, if you're gonna stop at 12:30, why even stop? So I usually go to sleep around 3 o'clock in the morning and sleep for 2 to 4 hours, and then get right back on the road. I love this truck. I don't care what anyone says. This is a badass truck. All right. Oh, he's got the drift kit. I forgot about that. Red Cat Drift. Detailing the interior stuff in the fuel cell. That is exactly what it was. Okay, great. Great people, great lives. Nitro Addiction, looks like you were heading out. Great to have you in. I do appreciate that. I pinned Joe Geary. G, are you asking me? I don't know what that means. G Carter. Thanks for coming on the show, G Carter. I'm not sure if I ever met you or not, but I'm glad to have you here in chat. Sorry. Have you ever had a Losi 8 scale? Life of Ballin', what's up, bro? I 8T, an 8 truck. Yeah, those are cool. I've never had one, but that's cool. So this is my sitting on the shelf. But this is why it looks so good still, is this is my thrash and bash body. Shit. This one has lights on it. I didn't even know that. I gotta make this. This is cool. This is one of my buddy's art. He gave me this body. It's kind of beat up, but it has custom paint. Not sure if you can see with the skeletons all over it. Pretty cool, and I'm just seeing now it has lights back here. So I'm going to get that one looking trick again. And if the skeleton body is too beat up, I have all the black camo. So I can just replace it with a black camo. This stuff's brand new takeoff. It came off of this before you got this one painted. But yeah, this one's ready to go. I like the fire team. I feel like it's a little bit unrepresented in Arrma's lineup. Probably because the bodies are expensive if you beat them up. But if you don't care about that, they're a fun truck. So Joe Garding, this is great. Is it looks like we got people meeting some people from another channel. That's cool. No, I haven't. Is it the truck? Yeah, yes I have. Long time no talk. That's funny. So G Carter and Joe Girding, I think, know each other. Very cool. My system in my truggy, Techno Truggy, is a Hobby Wing. 8 Hobby Wing 2200 and a I forget what it is. What we got here. I know you weren't asking me, but XR8 Pro ESC. All right, so this is going. Guys, this thing is clean as can be. You can see its bottom has not been buffed, shiny, smooth like the other one. I take it to the dunes, I send it off the dunes, and I don't beat the shit out of it, other than just some sand jumps. So this guy's ready to go. Pull it off to the side. Alright, let me see what's going on. Hobby Wing XR8 Pro and a Tekin 2250 kV. Hell yeah. Joe Jarding used to have a channel. And G was a great person and had great comments. Oh, very cool. So Joe, do you are you going to have a channel again? Is that something you're going to want to do again? I could go to your channel. I'll go ahead and subscribe to Joe Jarding. I see you got a few videos up there, it looks like. Hobby Wing, Arrma custom dual motor setup. Very cool. Hell yeah, I'll check it out. Hey, G Carter, are you also out in Las Vegas? Yeah, let me know if you're out in Vegas as well. That would be great. Coming up there in February, and I'm definitely bringing something to run. I came out and was there at that race you guys had back in, I think it was November 18th or November 19th. Carter's in Texas. Okay, well, I don't know when I'll be coming through there again. I was there recently, just driving through the panhandle of it. Wow, this is kind of bullshit. So don't have really any wear on them. And you can see that they're looks like the glue was never very good. It's just peeling right off. So Joe, yeah, that's cool. I appreciate, a lot of people are, you got to ask first to promote yourself, and I appreciate that. But go ahead, feel free to promote yourself. I see you just started up a channel, and I just went subscribed. And if you guys are watching this now or in the future, go check out Joe Girding's channel. I haven't had a chance to check it, but he's obviously an RC dude, so there's got to be some good stuff on there. And yeah, we appreciate you being here. I usually do a Friday night show where I have a friend out here in the garage with me. And then the Wednesday thing is more like if I have some repairs to do. My 4S Kratons are doing fine. That's really about it, guys. My Techno buggy needs to be cleaned, but we're not doing that tonight. I lost a damn wheel. It's so frustrating. I have 3 almost brand new tire and wheels, and I've lost the 4th wheel. I think it rolled back there like into the garage behind me. So, kind of a bummer. Oh, let's do this. If you're new to the channel, we always switch it at the beginning of the month. I've been traveling, been gone, been slacking. So Cami, or Cami Crawford, has been here since November, my birthday month. Now we're going to go to December and then January. We're going to skip right past December. Here we go. November. See ya, Cami. December. Lorena Duran. Oh. Sorry. I am so sorry that you missed your month. I was gone. I feel bad. She should have had her month, truthfully. But we gotta move on. I mean, we can't live in the past. Lorena Duran, lovely, lovely. Hopefully it'll be on next year's calendar and we won't miss your month. We're gonna switch to the last bit where it's a January, February, March, and April with Katie Austin. That is, who's that other Austin? Her mom is also a fitness gal. I don't remember her having a mole that big, because I've seen Katie Austin recently. So she doesn't have a month to herself, but she gets 4 months at the end of the year. That's pretty cool still. And it is, what is it, January 8th, I think? January 8th or 9th? January 8th. I may be wrong, but I think it's Elvis's birthday today. A Kraton 6S red, white, black. So yeah, hell yeah. Joe, I'll check you out, buddy. Good to hear. So, often a guy, I'll get into the comments later or whatever, get your email. I'll send you an email, and we'll get our texts or emails together. Figure that out. Doing 5th scales. Man. I never really got, the guys around here do a lot of fifth scale as far as X Maxes, Kraton 8S's. I can't afford the batteries, they're just too damn big for me, so. What time is it? It's about 9:30. Okay. Well, guys, this has been a fun time. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to doing the show more regularly. I did recently get a pickup truck, my first Toyota vehicle of any type, so I got a Toyota Tacoma. And I haven't had a pickup in a while, and I'm glad to, because it makes me really sad when I can't ride my dirt bikes. It's like the only thing that makes me happy these days. The only thing that ever made me happy was dirt bikes, RC cars, and partying and chicks and stuff like that. But you know, mainly just dirt bikes. But yeah, I'm gonna try to keep doing the RC stuff. I'm gonna try to incorporate RC into my camping, my off-road truck, off-road excursions, my motocross excursions, mountain biking. I'm gonna try to find a way to kind of incorporate it all together as a fun lifestyle, and hopefully you guys will join in with me. If you ever are in this Los Angeles area, and I know some of you guys are, would love to hang out with you. And I not regularly, but I make it across the country, usually to Florida a couple times, to the Midwest once or twice, and then New York or New Jersey area. So if we can ever meet up there, would love to. Also Las Vegas, one of my favorite towns in the world. So, going to be meeting up with JW hopefully in a few weeks, or a month or so, and be doing some ripping out there. I'll be back on Friday. I don't know if I'm going to go to Supercross this week. You guys tell me. I don't know if you guys are motocross, Supercross fans. I haven't missed a series opener for Supercross since 2010, I believe. They open it every year here at Anaheim Stadium, and don't think I missed it since 2010. But the tickets have went up to like $100. It's too much. I used to get cheap seat tickets for $25-30, even 40, 50, 60, or 70. Now the cheapest I can find is $100. So I'm just thinking I may just say the hell with it, and I'll sit home and watch it. But my buddy Wolf Tracks, if you're watching the show or if you're watching it later, let me know if you want to go to the race, because Wolf Tracks is local. Me and him can go to the race. Running X Max, Outcast, 8 Raminator. Wow, into quad build lately. Heck yeah. Are you gonna come by for Silver State? I don't know when Silver State's going on. I would love to come by for Silver State. I don't know if that was for me or for somebody else, but that would be a lot of fun. Just realized I gotta move a lot of this stuff so I can get a car pulled in the garage. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. In May, January, February, March, April, May. That is too far away for me to. Probably not, because I'm not much of a racer anymore. I never really was much of a racer, but now I'm not much of a. It takes to go to a track and practice is one thing, but for me to actually go and sign up and be there all day for the race and then the whole weekend, it takes some dedication, and I'm not sure I've got that anymore. All right, guys. My buddy Spike, my little dog, is chilling over here. It's kind of cool, and yeah, I can smell there's fires burning out there not too far away. So I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks for tuning in, guys. to all you regular guys that have been back so many times, like JW and Flapping Lips, and you guys, I appreciate it. And to the new guys, G. Carter, Joe Garding. I'm not sure if I missed anybody else. We have Light for Ballin' was in here earlier today. Nitro Addiction was here. Off the guy. Appreciate each and every one of you. It's a fun time to go through the chat. Sometimes I'll go through later and I'll watch a show and just go through the chat. So very cool. Feel like following me on Instagram. It's the same name, JBRC Garage, and there you can just message me. If you message me, I'll usually see those messages pretty quickly, so we can stay in touch that way if you want. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. It's been just over an hour and 15 minutes that I worked today, and we got fires going on outside, and it's starting to get cold, so I'm going to try to get the car parked. Thanks so much. If there's anything I can do to ever help you out with RC or something else, feel free to ask. I'm just a dude in a garage that likes fixing shit. So till next time, have a great night. Take care of yourself, guys. Be good. Spikey Spike! You're ready to go home, aren't you, buddy? Yeah, we'll get going. What a great group of guys. A fun live. Fun live. If anyone's just still hanging, this is my Suzuki RM250. I got to get this one together. This is the one for the California deserts, my Honda 250. A little behind the scenes. Anyway, guys, I appreciate it, and hope you had fun. Here's got a whole nother workbench over here with all kind of parts, and there's my Honda engine and whatever. But that's it. That's the garage. Alright, you guys rock. Offna, J-Dub, Joe Garding, G. Carter, everybody that I have forgotten. Thanks for coming by, man. You guys make the show worth it. It's always a good time. We will be seeing you later.